Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Gate City Game Night presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage for IdahoSports.com is presented by Lookout Credit Union and the Teton Auto Group. Tonight we come from you live at Lookout Credit Union, where the road team, which is Century Crosstown rival, will take on the Pocatello Thunder. Hi, everyone. My name is Sean Kane, and I'm joined by Joel Richardson. Well, tonight it's a high-stakes game as the Pocatello Thunder hosts the Century Diamondbacks in a crosstown rivalry. Century is still searching for their first win of the season and is hungry to play spoiler against their rivals, while Pocatello is looking to solidify their playoff standings, maybe move up a little bit in those max prep rankings with another victory. With the Thunder defending their home turf and Century fighting for pride, fans tonight can expect an intense, hard-fought game of energy and excitement. Right, Joel?
Yeah, totally. I mean, look, you got crosstown rivalry, you got senior night for Pokey. Century hasn't won a game, Sean, since 2022. Would love to get a win tonight. They have a couple young bucks who will hopefully we'll see them play tonight because they were so fun a few weeks ago when we saw them play against Preston. We're talking Justice Mangum and Tito Villano. Tito will get playing time, but Justice Mangum kind of a backup right now for Deegan Crabtree. But we might see him maybe in the second half, maybe the second quarter, just depending how the game is going. But a lot to play for Century because they haven't won a game since 2022. And for Pokey, of course, you've already mentioned it, Sean, but they're fighting for a better playoff spot right now. IdahoSports.com's Brandon Bainey on the Bainey Bracketology has them projected as a 13 seed, playing who else but Bishop Kelly in the first round.
Yeah, who they've played the last 2 years and went out of the brackets because of Bishop Kelly. And that'll be an away game for the Thunder. And that's a good lead into, the Pocatello Thunder kind of subbed their toes last week against the Preston Indians. The Preston Indians coming in winning the district and swapping spots, right? As we were looking at it a week before, Preston was like the 16th seed, maybe taking on Skyline. Now Preston wins the district championship, gets an 8th seed, and pushes Pokey down. Pokey's still going to get an at-large bid. This game, I don't know how much bearing it will have. Maybe a win definitely helps, and maybe some losses throughout the state, but a lot to play for both teams. Century obviously wanting a win. Thunder looking to get on a winning track heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, last game these teams played last year, in the final game of the season, which they do every year. But they lost. Century lost 48-8, and Pocatello had that stacked team of very good seniors. But a lot of those seniors are gone now, Sean. And well, we have a few remaining for a senior night. We heard Hunter May's name get called, Cash Stuckey. We also heard it was the last name was called. It was Cody Kahns. He was also called. So they have some firepower, but not like last year. So this game should be closer than last year's 48-8 win, and for Century the 48-8 loss.
Yeah, let's look at the Thunder coming in at 4-3, 0-1 in conference. Like I said, lost the district title to Preston last year. I think it comes down to what the Thunder can do. Right now they're putting up 29 points. And they're giving up 29 points. So if the Thunder can score more points, they usually win the game, which is kind of the case for anyone, but really for them.
In this case, definitely, right? Because the defense is also giving up the same amount of points.
Yeah, the defense is giving up a lot of points. So now will the Thunder be able to kind of change that in a way that benefits them going into the postseason? You know, they did have wins against Skyview, Idaho Falls, Sandpoint, and Twin Falls. Their losses come from Blackfoot, Highland, and Preston. And like you said before, Joel, this offense is led heavily by senior quarterback, do-it-all guy, Hunter May. You have Tavin Williams in the backfield, and you have big, tall receiver Hunter Cordell. Definitely those three are really a key for this Thunder team to get going. As we see the Thunder come out with, I think the cheerleaders are kind of in a Thriller zombie outfit, Joel.
Yeah, definitely. Halloween about 6 days away. And cheerleaders are all kind of dressed up in torn shirts, and their faces are all bloody, looking like zombies. So, yeah, going a little Michael Jackson Thriller tonight theme.
You have the Thunder in their red jerseys, navy blue helmets with that Bison logo on them. Century will be in a kind of a unique uniform here tonight, Joel. It's a white uniform with purple camo pants. It may get lost on the field here. But as the Century Diamondbacks come out, and we'll look at the Diamondbacks head coach Ryan Fleshman in his third season, his second stint at Century. And like you said, Joel, they haven't won in a long time. Their last win, ironically enough, comes in 2022 versus Preston, right? And then like we were talking about before, last time Century beat Pocatello was 2020, 24-14. Century's come in, had some close ones, had a chance to win against Idaho Falls, definitely had a chance to win against Teton, lost at the last second. And, you know, the kind of story for the Diamondbacks is they've given up way too many points. They've let the defense be on the field way too long, so they're definitely going to have to switch that up. And we mentioned some big-time players. Tito Villano, sophomore, has been doing an excellent job running the ball. A latecomer to the team, but not new to the team, is Adrian Gonzalez. He'll play some defensive back and receiver. Also, very talented Carter Ward, punting and playing defense and doing some receiving. And they'll need some big plays from those guys tonight.
Yeah, and on defense, Century's given up, Sean, more or less 33 points. On offense, they're only averaging 11, and that number was higher, but then they played Preston and just didn't score a lot there. So really important for Century to get some stops, and then on offense, and defense to give their offense a chance, and for the offense to get more long sustained drives, or just keep themselves in the field a little bit longer to give their defense a chance to get those stops. Because when you're giving up 33 and only scoring 11, well, you're not going to win games, in which they haven't done. But definitely need to give their defense, the offense needs to give their defense more chances to stay on the field longer and score.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, you couldn't really said of it any more eloquently tonight, Joel, is that Century is going to have to get some production offensively. The defense been able to hold teams. They held Burley to only 7 first half points, but it's usually maybe end of the second quarter, second half, Century gives up way too many points, digs themselves in a hole. I think tonight's going to be really important not to get in a hole early against a high-flying Thunder offense.
And if you're Century on offense, I want to see more Tito Villano, man. He's dynamic. He's powerful. He's a punishing runner. And he's quick. He's quicker than he looks, honestly. He looks like he's going to be more of a fullback, right? He has that kind of lower center of gravity. He plays the lower center of gravity.
And we'll take a quick break for the national anthem and be back for first quarter action on Gate City Game Night.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back into Gate City Game Night. If you can believe it, it's already the last game of this regular season. Last week of the regular season, Joel and I started the season down in Grace as Grace took on Oakley, and we're ending the regular season together here at beautiful Lookout Field. Great facility here as we're going into the coin toss. It was Pocatello's senior night. Pocatello had quite a few seniors. I guess I didn't really realize that was going to be the case again. They had a lot last year, a lot this year. So it should be definitely a good game. We'll see who gets the ball here first.
Yeah, and I don't think we realize that Pokey had as many seniors because we just haven't called their numbers a lot. These seniors were juniors last year, but unfortunately, they had a heavy crop of really good seniors that they were having to play behind last year.
Yeah, a lot. Minutes were sparse for this crop of seniors. I mean, comparatively to last year, right? Just nice to have that in the program, to have a fresh set of players ready to go. And Pokey's going to receive the ball. Thunder will take a crack at it first.
And we'll see if Century's defense can do what we mentioned and hold. Again, give this Pocatello offense has not been great like they have been in years past. They run the spread. Hunter May can do a lot with his legs. He has a good arm. But this Pokey offense definitely has some weaknesses. Run game besides Hunter May. The long ball hasn't been there as often as it has been in the past. So if Century can keep Pokey from marching down the field too easily, they might be able to get a stop on this first drive.
Yeah, and that's been the question all year. Can you stop Hunter May from doing what he does? And very few teams have been able to do it. Preston did a pretty good job last week, but most teams, even in the loss to Blackfoot for the Thunder, still able to put up some big-time numbers. So can the linebackers really of Century hold Hunter May at bay? I don't know. It'll be a very difficult task, but they're definitely up to it. And we'll have the kickoff here. Gate City Game Night, Lookout Field, the Pocatello Thunder Century Diamondbacks. Last game of the season, crosstown rivalry going off. Carter Ward, the kicking duties. And Carter Ward's done a great job kicking this year. He's a good punter. He's also a good kickoff. On the kickoff, he's not bad at field goals either. Not that they've taken too many field goals.
But having that on your team, special teams in high school can be so clutch. Can really be the difference between a couple wins, going to the playoffs and not.
It's going to be a little short, fielded around the 20, bringing up his Tavin Williams, and he's going to get just past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Thunder will take over.
Nice return from Tavin Williams. He was out last game due to an illness. Good to see him back in, Sean.
Yeah, good job. All the way to the 35, just short of the 35 for the Thunder to start their first drive. And I think this first drive could be a good tone setting for both teams. Century defense, can they get going? Can the Thunder's offense get rolling after last week?
A healthy dose of Tavin Williams in the run game is important to get that going.
And that's just what they have. Tavin Williams to the left side middle. He's going to go all the way for a first down. 11 yards on that.
And that was just a nice, easy left side hole for him, and through that B gap, Tavin Williams found it, hit it perfectly, and the linebackers had overextended, and Williams able to go blow right past him, get into the secondary.
Yeah, Tavin Williams didn't play when Pocatello played Twin Falls. Pocatello snuck away with an 18-15 win, but it made a huge difference. Again, handoff right to Tavin Williams this time. He's going to push through, take a couple defenders with him for 7 yards.
So far, Tavin Williams averaging 9 yards, Sean.
Yeah, nice, just hard-nosed running up the middle. And you kind of pointed out, Joel, that's kind of what the Thunder have been missing, I think, throughout the year, is just a little more running, a little more control of the ball. Sometimes they get caught up passing it. So 2nd and 4. Hunter May in the shotgun, 2 in his hip, puts a man in motion. Hunter May is going to take quarterback design to run and be just short of the first down. Still pushing. So nice defensive stop there by the Diamondbacks.
Hunter May kept his legs churning and churning, showing his running backs how to do it. He did end up picking up a couple yards too, Sean. And to your point about the running game, you know, it's so cliche, right? Establish the run and let that, but it's so true. All right, I was talking to a brother the other day, and he was like, "Oh, establish the run." But it totally matters if you can make the run game. If you can be averaging, 5-6 yards a carry, and that totally opens up the passing game. It's why we say it, because it actually works.
So 3rd and about 2 yards for the Thunder. Hunter May in the shotgun, 2 at his hip. Hunter May's going to take it himself right up the middle. He's going to have enough for the first down. And nothing but just runs, straight up runs for the Thunder right now. And now this part of the field, you're going to have to watch out where Pocatello will take maybe a shot at it at the end zone. First down for the Thunder. Handoff, Tavin Williams, right side. He's got some blockers. He's got some room. He's going to go all the way to about the 15-yard line. Tavin Williams with a big run. Carter Ward on the run.
Yeah, Carter Ward was able to throw him out of bounds, push him out of bounds, as Williams was trying to get to the end zone. So Carter Ward with the touchdown-saving push. Now to bring up 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Hands it off. Williams goes to the left side, finds a hole. A nice big tackle from Century. Almost gets the first down there.
Williams with the carry. Tackle by Braxton Jablonski. Pickup of 9 yards. 2nd down.
2nd down, 9 yards on that run. Thunder in the striking zone already. 2nd and about 3 yards.
And they've ran about 6-7 plays, Sean, and each one has been a run play, either Tavin Williams or Hunter May.
Hunter May in the shotgun, Stuckey to his right hip. He's going to give it to Stuckey. Stuckey's going to break a few tackles, nearly a touchdown, but he's going to be just short. It's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Thunder.
And now Stuckey getting into the run game action.
Stuckey with another handoff and touchdown. Thunder, a 1-yard run for Stuckey. To bring the score to 6-0, and what just a nice drive by the Thunder, eating some clock, all run plays, and get a 6-point lead here with 8:11 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Pocatello said, you can't stop us. We're going to keep running this play until you can stop us. And most of those runs were to the left side as the kick is up and the kick is good. Most of those runs were to the left side, maybe two to the right, at least one to the right side by Tavin Williams when the screen was froze, Sean. But every run was to that left side. So Pocatello really liked what they're seeing on the left side, and it worked for 6, up 7-0.
Yeah, it's definitely a little chillier than it has been. A little brisk air here at Lookout Field, but nonetheless, Pocatello Thunder with a great drive, taking it all the way from the 35-yard line with a Cash Stuckey 1-yard run for a touchdown. And pretty much everyone ran the ball on that drive. You had Hunter May, Tavin Williams, and Stuckey all getting touches and making big dents. So now we'll see what the Diamondbacks can do on offense.
Yeah, and watching the offensive line come off the field, they were high-fiving each other, hitting each other's pads, really excited about the holes that they provided for the running backs. Like you said, everyone got a touch there in the run game on that drive. When we say everyone, we mean, your big three, right? Your three-headed monster. And offensive line were really stoked after their work there.
Kickoff is up. It's going to be fielded right at the goal line. Brought up some room, runs into his own player, and I believe that's Adrian Gonzalez. The nice piece of running.
So defense couldn't get a stop, and let's see what the offense can do against Preston. I believe, Sean, they didn't get a first down until the second quarter, if not the second half. So very curious, very interested to see what Century plans and then executes to see if they can get that elusive first down.
All right, yeah, so 8:01 to go, first quarter. Thunder had 7-0. Century to take their first shot at offense. Looks like they're going to in a heavy run set formation with Crabtree under center. First time I've seen that this year. They're going to give the handoff to Villano, and he's going to almost take it to the one tackle. He could have taken it all the way to the house. Nice run by Villano.
Villano just blasted out of a cannon there, Sean. Received that ball and took off. I like how they went under center. Here they go again.
Another big handoff to Villano. He bounces off one tackle, but he's going to be met almost immediately. And Century with kind of a hurry-up, heavy-set run formation. And Deacon Crabtree, the quarterback, under center. I don't think I've seen that this year, really, from any team.
Right, no, we don't see it much in high school, but it allows your running back to get ahead of speed.
Crabtree under center again, second down, back to Villano. He's met and tackled immediately by Bodie Van Orden. Read that play, and nice tackle. And for just running the ball, it's quickly third down with 7:04 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Diamondbacks, now slowing it down a little bit.
And when you go under center, and here they go in the shotgun, but you can get ahead of speed, but you still have to have great blocking up front, which they didn't have those last 2 downs.
Crabtree in the shotgun, Villano on his right hip. 3 wide receivers close to us. Crabtree rolls to his right. He's in trouble, gets to the pass out. It's caught. There's going to be a flag. And the pass is caught by Zen Fleshman, but there is a flag, first flag.
Took us about 5 minutes to get our first flag, so not bad, Sean.
It's very different than the last game I was at here at Lookout, but we'll see what the call is. Still short of a first down, but it looks like it's going to be a personal foul or maybe a late. Yep.
Okay.
So roughing the passer's the call. Huge penalty. brings the Diamondbacks all the way to the other side of the field, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 37, 6:34 to go in the first quarter. Crabtree back in the shotgun. Villano to his right hip. He's going to go to Villano. Villano is going to be tackled, but keeps the legs turned, gets a few yards, and got to be impressed with Villano early on.
Yeah, really like how he stayed on his feet despite being jumped on. Well, almost was strangled from the back, Sean, but he kept his feet under him, stayed for a few more yards. I think he got, well, it looks like.
They just moved it up.
Okay, so, wow. Generous spot there, Sean, as we thought he just got one, but it looks like he got two.
Well, what we called that back in the day was a piggyback ride, Joel. The Pocatello defender kind of piggyback rode Villano. 2nd down. Crabtree in the shotgun. Delayed fake handoff. It's going to pass out to the flat. Nowhere to go. The Thunder really thought Villano had the ball, but luckily, Sean Clark on the catch. Adrian Martinez for the Thunder on the tackle and a loss of yards on that pass.
And it didn't quite work because the other receiver on that far side didn't finish his block, Sean, which sprung his guy open to tackle the receiver.
So 3rd and basically 10 now for the Diamondbacks. Crabtree's looking to his left. He's got a receiver. Big catch, and it's going to be a 1st down.
That's your boy, Sean, Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez with a huge catch, getting some air.
Adrian Gonzalez, a basketball player, and he just joined the team later this year, right, Sean?
He played football last year, yeah, and then didn't quite come out for football, but I think they talked him into it, and it's a good thing they did. He's a dynamic athlete, very hardworking. The day we didn't have school, but it was testing, he was in there shooting hoops in the gym. So he's a hard worker. Crabtree in the shotgun, 1st down, Diamondbacks. Handoff, fake handoff, pass too hot. And I like what the Diamondbacks are doing with some play action here, opening it up a little.
Yeah, forces the linebackers to stay honest, as Villano is a good runner, and they ran him a lot on this drive. And he had his man open slightly, but he was open, just was too far.
Yeah, those kind of slant passes, it's better to be too far than behind, right?
100%.
With 4:34 to go in the first quarter, the Diamondbacks moving the ball, which was one of Joel's keys of the game, keeping the offense out there. So far, they listened to you, Joel. Shotgun, Crabtree.
I'll request my paycheck later.
Deshaun Clark in motion. Crabtree's going to do a little handoff pitch, and it's just met and read excellently by the Thunder defense.
So the offensive coordinator Tyler Robbins, kind of digging into his, reaching into his bag and pulling out some trickery or just some different plays than we've seen from Century. So far, they haven't executed them well, but I like the idea of changing things up.
Yeah, it's the last game of the year. You haven't won a game. Why not? And on that tackle for the Thunder was Spencer Kent. Nice job wrapping up Zen Fleshman. Crabtree in the shotgun. It's 3rd down now. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Crabtree
brings pressure.
We've got an immediate flag. The Thunder fans want an interception, but the flag came, and they blew the ball dead very quickly.
I wonder if we'll get a false start here because Pokey was bringing pressure, and Century wanted to get that ball hiked and move more quickly than they should have. But it looks like offsides, Sean. I stand corrected.
Defense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Encroachment on the Thunder, and the refs mic'd up, Joel.
Yeah, I love that, man.
I don't know if I've seen that yet this year, and it makes it a lot easier for us.
Well, and a lot of stadiums have those capabilities, but it seems like Ravston, other stadiums that are really good stadiums just couldn't quite figure it out, and so they gave up midway through the season.
I like it. It's 3rd down now for the Diamondbacks. Hand off to Villano. Villano's got a little bit of room. He's going to get not quite to the 1st down.
And, Sean, I was looking for a hole for Volano. I thought he was going to get stuffed up front, but, man, Volano's a lot better than I am at being a running back. I don't know how, and he found the hole, but he did and snuck through and, man, got some positive yards.
All right, so it's 4th down and about 4 yards for the Diamondbacks here.
Points. This is what we want.
And they're going to go for the field goal here by Carter Ward. So that's going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt. 2:39. Kick is up. And it's good.
Solid 30-yarder from Carter Ward, and this was another key to this game, Sean, was end the drive with points, whether it's a field goal, whether it's a touchdown. End with points. Don't try to play hero ball. Keep yourself in this game, and Century did just that and gave their defense a chance to rest.
Yeah, and I mean, I've done 3 Century games this year that had to have been the best first possession they've had I've seen all year. Had a good mix of run. They got one big pass, and then a nice, 30-yard field goal is no easy feat in high school outside by Carter Ward. And it would have been good from 40. It was a nice kick and put the Diamondbacks on the board. So you're still down, but you're not down by 7. But now the Diamondbacks are going to have to find a way to find the missing piece of the puzzle, and that's stop the Thunder running offense, which is basically was unstoppable in the first drive.
Yeah, we'll see if Century makes any adjustments, which, of course, when you make adjustments, then the other team tends to make an adjustment. But I wonder if they'll bring up the linebackers a little bit more and try to keep them on their toes. The defense will try to keep themselves on their toes and not be on their heels.
2:33 to go in the first quarter. Pocatello Thunder 7, Century Diamondbacks 3. Carter Ward to kick off. And there's only one man back there. And he's going to take it, and he's got some room. That's number 6, but he's going to be tackled. Houston Heimrich. Kind of thought he was going to go, but Century did a nice covering up that hole as he ran out to the left side of the field.
Yeah, and they contained that edge that we both thought he was going to. So he had to cut inside, and they were right there ready to meet him. Nice run from Houston Heimrich, but Century did a good job of stalling that, and they just started the 29-yard line. So good. It's not great field position to start.
It could be worse.
It could be worse, but it could be a lot better.
It's a little more than a touchback, right? So Pocatello will take over 1st and 10 from their 30. Hunter May pitches it. The ball's on the ground. Somehow bounces and is caught by Tavin Williams Cash Stuckey on that run. Almost disastrous. Ball bounces off the ground. Stuckey somehow grabs it without losing the possession, and they get about a yard maybe on that. 2nd down now for the Thunder.
And that play was a disaster from the beginning. Looked like it was kind of an RPO into an option, and Hunter May was gobbled up immediately to try to get the ball away, which he did, but Stuckey wasn't ready for it, and he is so lucky that ball bounced right to his arms.
Maybe that's the advantage of the turf field, right? A good bounce. 2nd down and 10 for the Thunder. Hunter May's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's being pursued. The pass is up and bobbled off the hands and nearly an interception. So the Diamondbacks have really tightened up the defense here to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, and Pocatello is also that's the first time we've seen the option there. They also that was a naked bootleg there from Hunter May. So a few different plays that we haven't seen from Pocatello, and sometimes you get a little too fancy, Sean. Do what works. The running game's been working. Use the running game.
Yeah.
Do it until they can stop it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad formula. Unable really to stop any of the runs in the first drive, but now the Diamondbacks have a 3rd and 9 here, and Hunter May's in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right, pursued, and then he's going to take a huge shot down the field, and that ball's kind of short. And they want offensive interference, not going to get it, but that's going to bring up 4th down. Close.
Well, and Century brought some pressure again from that left side, and Hunter May was just doing everything he could to escape to that far side from the pressure. He had to throw that ball, and that ball hung forever, giving the Century DB plenty of time to go up. He was definitely held, but it was a 50-50 ball. Good no call. Pocatello will punt.
And the intended receiver was Kahn. Now, Pocatello does fake punts, but this time Hunter Cardell is going to get off a booming punt. And it's going to take a nice Pocatello roll to just about the 14-yard line. And that's where Century will take over.
And again, special teams it matters. It matters big time in high school. And you just switched the field of 50 yards or so, Sean, on that punt total. Air time was a little bit less. But the distance traveled was really, really impressive. And now they're in their own red zone, and if Pocatello gets a stop here, they could put themselves in good field position. So always good to switch the field when you can.
1:08 left to go in the first quarter. Hunter Cordell just hit a big punt. He's also going to line up on the edge on the left side, so watch out for him. Crabtree in the shotgun, trying to draw him off sides. Going to fake the handoff to Vlano, take a shot down the sideline to Adrian Gonzalez, and he catches it, but he's not in bounds. Nice looking throw, unfortunately just out of bounds. So 2nd down and 10 for the Diamondbacks. Maybe at halftime we'll switch the
one.
2nd and 10 for the Diamondbacks. Gonzalez in motion. They're going to pitch it to him. He's going to try to cut up, and he'll get a few yards there.
I like that play call, Sean, to get the ball to your playmaker, right? He's fast, he's dynamic, and we haven't seen that one yet, but I like that jet sweep to your playmaker.
So quickly 3rd down for the Diamondbacks. 3rd and 8. See what they can draw up here. Both offenses kind of got on a roll now. Both defenses kind of playing a little better. Crabtree in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. He's going to look to his left, and it's going to be caught, and there's a flag. It's caught by Deshaun Clark, and there's a penalty short of the 1st down, so we'll have to wait and see what that call is. With 14 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That was an impressive catch.
Deshaun Clark.
From Deshaun Clark. That ball was going to the ground, and he got down just quick enough before the ball hit the ground.
Long discussion here. Pass interference. So it was a good catch.
Yeah.
If it's pass interference and you catch the ball.
Well, and you can hand fight and push and shove, but as soon as you're in your break, that's when a lot of that hand fighting and shoving has got to end, and you got to let them make a play to the ball and make a play on the ball.
And
good call.
14 seconds to go. I think Century's going to let it run down and head into the 2nd quarter with a 1st down. And we'll take the break with them as it's the Thunder 7, the Diamondbacks 3, Gate City game night.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome back to Gate City Game Night. IdahoSports.com, crosstown rivalry. As we enter the second quarter here, Pocatello Thunder ahead 7, Diamondbacks 3, and a pass interference call on the Thunder gives the Diamondbacks a fresh set of downs. Crabtree's in shotgun, kind of a bobbled pass or handoff, or snap, excuse me, and then a throw that should have been intercepted. I don't think the Thunder receiver knew he was there.
No, he didn't, and unfortunately, Josiah Davids wasn't seen by Deacon Crabtree. He was wide open. All Deacon Crabtree needed to do was do a quick pump to that far side, Sean, and he could have hit Josiah Davids for possibly a touchdown. May have been the biggest play of the year for this offense.
Yeah, it would have been wide open. It's going to bring up a second down. Second down, Crabtree in the shotgun. A man in motion. Low snap, handled. Volano's got it, but he's going to be met. That low snap is just gave the Pocatello Thunder too much time, and they're going to get in there and get a loss on that.
And Crabtree did a good job of recovering and picking the ball up quickly. But, yeah, in football, it's a game of inches. It's also a game of seconds. And when that ball hits the ground, you got to pick it up and still hand it off. You've now given to the defensive line enough time to get to their spot and get to the backfield.
Third down, 11:24 and ticking off the clock here in the first half action.
And Sean, it was a good first quarter. We weren't quite sure what to expect, but 7-3, both offenses getting some action, defense as well.
Crabtree in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Volano to his left hip. Crabtree's going to look to pass. He's going to take a big shot. It's Josiah Davis, and he's got it. Huge pass. Josiah Davis brings it down. He must have heard you, Joel.
Dude, hit Josiah Davis. He's been open a few times tonight, including that one. Great pass from Deacon Crabtree just down the sideline. Josiah Davis just made one move, got open. The safety wasn't there in time. Huge first down for Century.
Yeah, two defenders there, and Crabtree threaded the needle. Nice throw off the back foot. It's going to bring up a first down on the Pocatello side of the field. Crabtree under center again. He's going to give it to Volano. Volano had a little room, but the offensive line had a good push to get some yards there.
They did, but unfortunately, 71 got there just in time. Trey Martinez. Despite that push, Trey was able to get through that initial push and just make the tackle before Tito got to more green grass. Apologize, Tito. Can't believe I forgot his first name.
Tito Volano. It's a great football name.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 for the Diamondbacks. 10:22 to go. Screen pass. No blocker. Deshaun Clark dances again, but he's going to be brought down, and that's Hunter Cardell, and close to a flag there.
Yeah, Deshaun Clark. I like that the first move, and then you just keep driving through, Sean. Right? You go north-south.
Don't go backwards.
And maybe go one more move, but never go backwards. And while that was a huge mistake, honestly, as now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 15 on that loss, and Hunter Cardell's about 6'5", 6'6", big wingspan, wrapped him up. Crabtree in the shotgun. Gonzalez in motion. Crabtree's going to look to that left side. He's got Gonzalez a little short on the pass.
Yeah, Gonzalez was open, but that pass did not have enough oomph on it, not enough zip, and it didn't get there in time. Also, good defense from Cody Kahns, the senior.
Yeah, senior making plays. It's 4th down, kind of in the weird part of the field, right on the 35-yard line. Let's see what the Diamondbacks do. They do have Carter Ward in, typically does the kicking duties. So
they're going to kick the field goal, Sean.
Oh, he's going to go for a field goal. So this is a 55-yard field goal. And it's going to be short.
Oh, almost got there.
Right? Am I right? 50?
Yeah, they were on the
from
30,
45.
37 plus 17.
Yeah. Wow. 55-yard field goal is no good.
I like the effort there from Carter Ward, though, Sean. You know what? Why not go for it? Go for the field goal. I mean, yeah, you pin him, but what are the odds that you could really get him on the 1-2 yard line?
It's really hard to punt right there. It's,
right.
And you're 15 yards away from the first down, so it's super difficult. I'm not sure why the ball.
Another penalty. I think it's another. And yeah, the official talking to the players, and some unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, I never saw a flag, but Pocatello is back farther than where the ball was.
And just one more shout out to that coaching decision.
No one is covering. Oh, Hunter Curdell as Pocatello hands off to Tavin Williams. Tavin Williams stiff arms. He's got room. He's to the 50, and he's going to be tackled just after the 50-yard line with a huge stiff arm. And some extracurricular activity, but what a run by Tavin Williams.
And Tavin Williams just mowed over a dude. I don't know if it was a stiff arm as much. It was just, you just shoved him out of the way. That was amazing.
Well, usually you shimmy to get away. He shimmied into him and
knocked him
through.
Right over. My goodness, what a huge run from Tavin Williams. Just what Pokey needed to get their offense going.
So first down for the Thunder, 8:48 to go in the second quarter. Tavin Williams is going to take it again up the middle. This time he's going to be met, but he is going to get some yards.
And, you know, Sean, we said this on the last drive. Don't get too cute. Don't get too tricky. Do what works. Go score points here, Pocatello offense. That run game was unstoppable on their first drive, on their first scoring drive. So do it again.
Yeah, on that previous play, that Hunter Curdell was not being covered, so I thought the Thunder might read it. But it didn't matter. Tavin Williams got a bigger run than the pass would have been. Second down. Hunter May is going to take it himself. He's going to be met pretty much back to the original line of scrimmage. And now we're going to have a late flag.
And that's number 81, Hunter Cordell, getting a little emotional on the sideline, and he comes out to take a break. But there's definitely something going on down there on the field.
Yeah, the flag came in from the back judge, like didn't quite see what happened, but Pokey's backing up like it's going to be on them. Now Ryan Fleshman wants an explanation. So Hunter Curdell gets one of those unsportsmanlike penalties, and Griffin Eversole of Century gets one as well.
And they mentioned that those are both they both count towards personal fouls, right? Or unsportsmanlike conduct.
The
right?
next one, they're gone.
Yeah.
And
I did not know that. I thought unnecessary roughness was not part of that, but.
And Hunter Curdell against Twin Falls got two of those variety and was out of the game. So it's third down. Thunder, 7:59. Hunter May is looking to pass, and he's going to get it off just in the nick of time, and we're going to have probably a pass interference. Pretty close there. Yeah, I think you've got to let the kids play on that one. But
I don't know about that. I thought that was pretty fair. Yeah, maybe an arm on the waist, but But that's why they're doing their job and we're doing our job. And so, yeah, 15 yards for Pokey. So, interesting on all these drives, they've had some significant yardage gain, both Century and Pokey, due to penalties. More Century so far this game than Pokey. But, sometimes penalties maybe don't totally affect the game, but in this game they absolutely have.
They've moved the ball, right?
Yeah.
They've moved it in big chunks and usually toward helping the offensive side of it. Tavin Williams with the right side run. He's going to be tripped up after a few yards on that one. And hey, maybe it's just, there's some, they had some unsportsmanlike penalties and maybe the refs are kind of like, hey, we're going to take control. And,
right.
And you kind of like that. They've been pretty solid on the calls all night.
Definitely. And as this game remains close, you like to see the fire and the passion in this last game of the season, especially from Century.
Third down. Hunter May in the shotgun. He has some time. Now he's going to look probably to run, and he is. He's going to go out to the sideline. And once Hunter May gets some steam, watch out. He's going to be just short of the first-yard line. 7:07 to go in the second quarter here. Pocatello Thunder ahead 7-3. Both teams not scoring on their second drives. Pocatello had to punt. Century went for a 55-yard field goal, no good. And now on Pocatello's third drive of the night, they're looking to score third and about 2 yards here. Almost to the first down's right on the 20-yard line. Hunter May in the shotgun. Tavin Williams behind him. Hunter Cordell closest to us. Receiver, they're going to hand off to Tavin Williams, and probably going to be enough for a first down depending on the spot.
Looks like they're going to mark him just short. Yeah, so 4th and short.
So 4th and short, and Pocatello's going to hurry it up here, and they're going to hand off again to Tavin Williams. Almost met in the backfield and tackled, but he's going to get the first down. Or no, he's short. It's going to depend on the spot. Century thought it was short. I thought he had it.
Joel? Thought he had it. Yeah, I'm going to go with he had it. When he got launched into the air, I thought he was across.
We'll have to see. And this is the ball is spotted on the farthest away possible point for us to see it.
Try to zoom us in here, see if the camera work can get us some help.
So first down.
Yep.
Century does not like the spot. Looked good for me. He got launched, undercut. Looked like he got it.
And they almost got him on it when Tavin Williams first got the ball and he bounced outside. They almost had him before he bounced, but good blocking just enough to spring Tavin Williams to the outside. 1st
and 10 for the Thunder, just past the 20-yard line. Hunter May is going to drop back. He's looking for Hunter Cordell, and in and out of the breadbasket for Hunter Cordell. He jumped up, and no one's going to out-jump him and just can't bring it down.
Yeah, Hunter Cordell, a great target. He's probably 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", maybe taller, 6'4", but a great target there for Hunter May. He had it. He was right there. Just popped right out of his hands.
Yeah, there was 2 defenders, but I don't think anyone's going to out-jump him in those 50-50 balls. Anyways, second down for the Thunder. Delayed handoff to Tavin Williams. He's got some room on the left side. He's looking to break through, and he's going to go out of bounds almost to the 5-yard line.
Another missed tackle from Century allows Tavin Williams to spring free for 6-7 yards. And if you're Century, you're glad you're getting through, Sean, but you got to finish the tackle.
Yeah, and I think that's brought on by the playmaking ability of Hunter May. He'll hold on to the ball until the last second, and you don't know if he's going to give it to Tavin Williams or he's going to take it himself, and that just a little bit of indecision leads to those missed tackles. So 1st and goal here. He's going to fake it, pass it back to Tavin Williams. Tavin Williams is going to be very close to a touchdown, and it is. Tavin Williams with a 5-yard pass, touchdown.
Wonderful play from Hunter May. Again, some more RPO and then a pass to the flat. Tavin Williams has plenty of green grass, makes another guy miss. Again, playmaking this time from Tavin Williams to make that guy miss. And Tavin Williams is in for 6. Nice offensive drive there from Pokey.
Yeah, a little benefited from some calls, right? The pass interference really brought them in, but Tavin Williams getting the job done. Extra point is no good. Went wide left. It was a kind of a skitter, so that's going to make it 13-3. So if you're Century, I think you're okay with that.
Yeah, and that was it Jet Meckling who was kicking that extra point? It came in as a line drive there, Sean, and that could come back to haunt Pokey, as Century has shown that they can move the ball and they can score. And when you're only down 10, you definitely, you're okay with that if you're Century.
Yeah, it's a good paced game here. 6:30 left to go in the second quarter. Thunder takes the lead, or increases their lead to 13-3. See what the Diamondbacks can do on their possession here.
And just an environment thought, Sean. I love the Thunder logo in the middle of the field. It's an awesome logo, and you can do that kind of stuff. I mean, you could do that kind of stuff with grass, but it's much easier on turf for high school teams. That logo is just sweet.
Yeah, it's not going to go away.
No, definitely. And the bison right there coming through, the Thunder name. It's all really impressive.
And that's going to be a touchback. So good kick, no chance for a return there. And the Diamondbacks have Carter Ward and Griffin Eversole are pretty dangerous returners. A lot of teams have not given them many opportunities to return it. So good idea there from the Thunder. Diamondbacks will take over here. 1st and 10 from their own 20. 6:05 left to go in the second quarter. In the second quarter. Game's kind of flown by.
It has been, yeah. Quick first quarter. Second quarter slowing down a bit more, but still nice pace.
Crabtree in the shotgun. Low snap, hand off to Villano. Villano gets some positive yards. But Pocatello doing a good job not letting him get past that second initial contact.
Yeah, I think that's the longest run from Villano since that first down run on his first possession. The other runs have been 1, 2, 3 yards, so good 5-yard run from Villano. More of that if you're Century.
Crabtree in the shotgun. Josiah Davis closest to us, the receiver who had a huge catch earlier. Fakes the handoff, looks to Josiah Davis. The ball's up in the air, it's intercepted. Pocatello has it. He may go all the way, and he will. On that interception is number 11, Adrian Martinez.
Great read from Adrian Martinez. That ball just hung too long, was tipped a couple times. Adrian Martinez tip drill, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Sees that ball in the air, grabs it, takes off, pick 6 for Pokey.
Yeah, that's going to bring the score to 19-3. I was going to say you think Pocatello might go for 2 here, but they're going to go to kick again. But Adrian Martinez with a great interception and run back. It just went off Josiah Davis's hands, and extra point is up and good.
And Josiah was open, but that ball took too long to get out of Crabtree's hands. Hung high, hung a little bit too long, and then the cover was there. Tip drill was on, and I like that Pokey went for 1, Sean, to get some more confidence back into your kicker. You're going to need that kicking game in the playoffs next week.
So at the 5:12 mark is where that interception comes in the second quarter, and we'll do it again. We'll have the Thunder kick off to the Diamondbacks, and great job by Adrian Martinez with the pick 6. Now, was he a senior?
I believe. I want to say yes.
Okay, yeah, the Thunder don't have the
There were a couple Martinez's who they
grades.
called, though.
I was going to see if you had an interesting fact about his senior.
Yeah, I want to say they called his name.
Kickoff's going to take a big bounce. Evan Grifsal's going to field it around the 2-yard line, and he's going to be eaten up, down, and then hitting again. So that was Carter Ward on the return, excuse me, and we'll see where they place it.
And Carter Ward, once he got it, Eversole took off to block for him on our near side. Eversole, Sean, completely missed his block, and that player got to Ward quickly, and the rest of the pack came in after.
Yeah, it's one of those kicks you almost kind of let it maybe just go.
Yep.
Because it had enough air on the bounce to let the Thunder get down defensively. Crabtree under center. He's going to hand off Villano. He's a met immediately. But Villano doesn't go down.
No, he doesn't. Great tackle there from Houston Hemrick. Getting the backfield so quick. And Villano's great. We love to see him run, but, man, the blocking has got to be better from Century's offensive line.
And I think, too, the Thunder have said, we know you're going to run it. We're going to set in a little more here. The linebackers creeping in a little bit, kind of giving a look like they're going to blitz, but holding off just enough and really filling the holes on that run defense. Second down for the Diamondbacks. Crabtree in the shotgun. Villano to his right hip. 3 receivers. Crabtree's going to look to his left. He's going to find someone in the slot and hit hard is Deshaun Clark, and there is going to be a late flag.
Yeah, I think they're gonna call that, a blindside hit, targeting.
Yeah, something like that. But great, Deshaun Clark's done some great route running tonight. He's a very speedy player, and he's very good in that slot. And yeah, Pocatello trying to take a little bit of a timeout with why the refs discuss it. And the refs telling the Pocatello coaching staff to go back to the sideline. So we got the flag, Joel. Haven't seen the call yet.
Right.
I think we'll get it on the mic here.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, 15 yards from the end of the run. That will be a first down.
So unnecessary roughness. And that would be the one thing the Thunder, they've given up some penalties that have really moved the ball for Century.
Right. And, glad it wasn't targeting. If it is targeting, call it targeting, right? But they called out unnecessary roughness because he was initially hit, and then the player came in. I don't think it was crown of the helmet kind of stuff, but good call.
A hook and ladder as Josiah Davis pushes it back to Villano, and he takes it all the way down to the 20.
We've seen that play a few times now the last few years in the NFL, college. The catch, hook and ladder, go. And
wow,
great play there from Century.
Wow, nice pass to Josiah Davis, and he flips it back to Tito Villano, and he runs it all the way down to the 20, and a huge chunk of yards for the Diamondbacks with 3:58 to go in the first half action. Thunder ahead 20-3 after a nice interception, pick 6 for Adrian Martinez. But the Diamondbacks breathing new light here.
I said it earlier, but Robbins in his bag with a great play call, a couple great play calls tonight, some different stuff than we've seen as we have a delay of game. But it's your last game of the season. Go out and win it. Do some crazy plays that obviously will work, but why not? And great hook and ladder there.
So Century gets called for delay of game. So it's going to be it'll be first down for the Diamondbacks. Nonetheless, I don't know what the discussion is now. I don't know how you have a delay of game at the end of a penalty or end of a play. Like there was no time that went off the clock, so I'm a little confused.
Well, and the way that the players were huddled, it was almost like it had been a pause from the ref, from the officials. And so, yeah, the lack of urgency, which usually after a big play, you want to have urgency. You want to go and keep them on their heels.
First down, Diamondbacks. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Villano. Villano's going to push up the middle, bounce out, and run backwards. And where he wind up gained a yard, he's going to lose some right here.
Yeah, he had the. Because we have an injury in the field.
So we have a Thunder player down. Right now it is 3:17 left to go in the second quarter. The Thunder ahead 20-3 over the Diamondbacks. It's Gate City game night. We'll take a quick break and bring back for the final few minutes of the first half. IdahoSports.com.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Welcome back to Gate City game night. Pocatello player Trey Martinez seems to be okay, is being helped off the field, but hopefully he's not too banged up. And it's going to bring up second down and 15 for the Diamondbacks here. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. Pokey brings the pressure. He gets the pass off and nearly intercepted by the Thunder. The pass was short. It was 22. Isaac Allen had it in his hands, just couldn't quite bring it down. And if he did, he was probably going all the way to the house.
Yeah, no doubt. And Crabtree's receivers have been open. When they hit their break, when they make their move, they're open, but the ball just doesn't come out quick enough. And the safeties or DBs are able to get there just in time for the deflections or even the pick sixes.
Now, I don't want to, jinx anyone, but it'd be cool to see another big field goal attempt by Carter Ward. I mean, it's only third down, but I'm just throwing it out there. Third down for the Diamondbacks, third and about 15. Crabtree in the shotgun, three wide receivers close to us. He's going to look opposite side. The ball short, caught, and no good. He's out of bounds again. Nice catch, just unable to bring it down, and the Diamondbacks will have fourth down.
Well, you may get what you want here, Sean, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it.
I do see Carter Ward with the kicking tee in his hand.
Yep, so they're going to kick that field goal. On that pass, I was critical on Deegan Crabtree on the play before, but on that one, that ball was actually well placed, just beyond where the DB could get, but just was a little bit too far out of bounds for the receiver. But a good throw nonetheless.
So another big field goal here attempt. That one's going to be low and wide right, so no good. Kind of had the distance, but
yep,
just wide. Didn't have much height, but it would have been a line drive.
Yeah, and on those far kicks, you want, you're okay with those line drives, but yeah, it's got to have obviously the aim as well.
Which would have been about a 45-yard field goal. Pocatello Thunder will take over. With 2:52 to go in the second quarter, Hunter May in the shotgun, four wide receivers. Tom Williams in the background. The passes to Hunter Cordell, slant. He's got room. He's to the 50. He's going to make one person miss and get all the way to the 40-yard line. Huge pass.
Yeah, great block from Jet Meckling, but I think it was a little bit too good there, Sean, and I think they're going to get him for a block in the back, and this may be coming back.
Oh, yeah. So we went from a fast-paced first quarter to a little more laundry here in the second quarter. 2:41 to go. Thunderhead 20-3. Hunter Cardell on a big pass, but Joel is going to be right. Put it down on your bingo card.
It doesn't happen often, man.
I mean, just because the pass was so long, the penalty is not terrible.
Right. And yeah, it's a spot foul, right? So it doesn't go all the way back to the line of scrimmage and then beyond that. But it's within the play. Great slant play, though, between Hunter May and Cordell. Quick throw, quick slant between defenders, and he was off to the races.
First down for the Thunder. Hunter May rolls to his left. He's going to take a shot. He's got it as receiver. And that's number 9, Jordan Austin, for another Thunder first down.
And big hit from number 13, Griffin Eversole.
And I mean, that's what makes the Thunder so dangerous, right? Hunter May's ability to roll, give his receivers time to get open, and really just opens a lot of doors, and then Hunter May shuts them with his throw. But got another flag. That's going to be on the Thunder, and that's going to bring the ball back.
And that is an ineligible man downfield, which when you have a quarterback who is running and really mobile, the offensive line will get too excited and start pushing, and push too far into that zone where you can't be throwing once your offensive lineman is so far downfield. You also have problems with holding, which now we've had holding and both ineligible man downfield.
So they'll back it up. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Thunder from the 35. Hunter May in a little bit of trouble. Gets it out to Tavin Williams in the flat. And he's going to have a nice spin move as Williams makes something out of nothing. And that's a play that's worked for the Thunder. Just kind of the fail-safe is Tavin Williams out on the flat and kind of a little screen pass. 132, Thunder are going to hurry it up here. Hunter May. He's just going to take himself and slide. I don't know. I've seen Hunter May slide all year.
I think we've seen Hunter May play a lot of football, both his sophomore year 2 years ago, this year as well. And not many slides from Hunter May. That may be the first one in his entire career, Sean.
Clock ticking, 1:10 to go in the second quarter. Hunter May is going to pitch it out to Tavin Williams. Tavin Williams will probably get the first down here. And they'll stop the clock to probably move the chains with 57 seconds to go.
I thought we'd get a chain game moment, Sean, but no, they gave him the first down. And a timeout by Pokey.
Well, timeout. Okay, timeout Pocatello. We'll keep it right here. We'll game reset. It's the second quarter. There's 57 seconds left. The Thunder ahead, 20-3. Pocatello with 2 timeouts. Diamondbacks with all 3. The Thunder trying to get a quick score here because Century will start with the ball in the second half.
And really, it was 7-3 going into the second quarter, if not late in the first quarter. And both teams traded blows. Pocatello coming out, on top with the touchdown, Century with the field goal. But after that, Pocatello's defense buttoned the hatches and haven't let Century do much more besides that field goal. Century has had some big plays, but Pocatello defense has done just enough to keep them at bay with 3 points.
Hunter May in the shotgun. First down. He's going to take a big shot. Hunter Cordell, and Hunter Cordell's going to catch it, and he's going to go all the way for a Thunder touchdown.
That ball was a little bit underthrown. Hunter Cordell comes back and gets it, and then actually threw off the DB and safety. They both slipped to the ground as Hunter Cordell jumped up, went back to the ball to get it. and just cut inside, and he was on his own for 6. That's when you're glad that the ball was a bit underthrown, Sean.
Yeah, the Century defender is right there, and just as he said, he cut in and grabbed it away because it was short. Extra point is up and good. And that was, what, a 45-yard pass?
Yeah. So it was a long pass. It wasn't just, a bunch of yards after catch, but about 15 more yards after that catch to seal the deal on that touchdown. Another extra point by Pokey is good. Again, you like to see your special teams executing well, getting those PATs, even field goals as you go into playoffs next week.
So that'll bring the score to 27-3. The Thunder ahead with 47 seconds, and just what the Thunder wanted was to get a quick score, and nothing more quick than that as a huge Hunter May to Hunter Cordell.
Watched Pokey play against Idaho Falls earlier in the season. Hunter Cordell had some really nice moments. Wanted them to go to him more, but they were running the ball more with Tavin Williams. A lot more plays to the flats with Tavin Williams. Not as much Hunter Cordell. I'm glad to see him with more production in this game late in the season.
It's going to be returned. A little bit of room, breaking it outside. And tackled. Griffin Eversole on the return. 37 seconds, Joel. What did the Diamondbacks do?
I think you go long to your Adrian Gonzalez. You see if Gonzalez and Josiah Davids can make a move and go long. I mean, Pocatello is also going to play prevent and probably keep a couple guys deep in your secondary, and that might open up the deep middle.
All right, Crabtree in the shotgun, first down, Diamondbacks from 30-yard line. Just going to be a quick dump off to Tito Villano, and he'll get about 5 yards. Clock continuing to run. Diamondbacks trying to hurry. They do have timeouts.
I don't know why Century didn't call a timeout and let themselves get settled, but 20 seconds to play.
Second down. Clock still running, 15. Crabtree's going to look for a pass. The receiver did not know it was coming, so I'll stop the clock. Zen Fleshman, another sophomore. A lot of good sophomores on this Diamondback team. A lot of future there. 10 seconds, so maybe 1 to 2 more plays here for the Diamondbacks before halftime. We'll have our halftime show featuring Joel Richardson. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's looking in the middle. He's going to find Adrian Gonzalez. It's going to be enough for a first down. They're going to have to immediately take a timeout. And they're almost in Carter Ward field goal range.
Hey, let's if you can do a quick throw across the middle to about the 40, as they're now on the 50-yard line, Sean. If you can get about 10, 15-yard throw, you put yourself into a field goal position for Ward. But would have liked to see a timeout called earlier in this drive after that first
Tito
run
Villano,
play from Tito Villano.
Yeah, that would have helped. That would have spared some seconds. I mean, Diamondbacks still do have 2 timeouts. Thought they might put some time back on the clock. So 4 seconds, 27-3. Diamondbacks just crossed the 50-yard line. Adrian Gonzalez catch. So pretty much one more play here, barring any penalty.
Yeah, so you likely don't have 2 plays here. So I think you go along to Adrian Gonzalez, Josiah Davids, see if they can make their guys miss and go deep.
Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to take a deep shot. No one is there, and nearly intercepted. And that will take us to halftime, with your score Pocatello Thunder, Diamondbacks 3. We'll take a quick break and come back with the halftime show. It's IdahoSports.com, Gate City Game Night.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text START My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back. We've got the Pocatello Thunder Voltage dance team performing a classic Thriller on Halloween.
Yeah, you got Voltage dance team here at Pokey, and then also the Pokey cheerleaders kind of in a group effort doing the Thriller, man. So far, so awesome. Seriously, they're super talented.
Halloween next week, you can't go wrong with Thriller.
I kind of think of Shelley as like the Justice League. Everyone talks about, Brindley Cannon, but they're kind of like the Justice League. They just.
As we listen to Thriller by the Voltage dance team, let's go ahead and look at what happened in the first half action here at this crosstown rivalry as Pocatello leads 27-3 over Century. Well, Pocatello's first drive was a long drive, all runs, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Cash Stuckey at 8-11 on the ensuing possession by the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks get some good yardage and get a 30-yard field goal from Carter Ward. Pocatello then has to punt on their next drive, and then on Century's second drive, Carter Ward attempts a 55-yard field goal. It's no good, but it was pretty close and a huge field goal. And then Pocatello with another big, long drive capped off by a Tavin Williams 5-yard pass from Hunter May. And it was pretty close right there. Century gets the ball back. Century had a couple plays, but unfortunately the next play was an interception by Adrian Martinez of the Pocatello Thunder, and he takes it back for a pick six. And that was at the 5:12 mark in the second quarter. Century then gets the ball again and goes for another big field goal from Carter Ward, a 45-yard variety. Unfortunately, it's no good. There's only about a minute left in the second half. Pocatello gets the 50-yard line, and then Hunter May connects on a 45-yard bomb to Hunter Cordell for a touchdown to bring our score to 27-3, Joel.
Pocatello's offense has been really good. Century's defense was able to get a few stops early on in this in the first half, but unfortunately, Thunder's running game opened things up, and we talked about that in the first half. You get that running game going, because once it does, that throwing game opens up, and for Hunter May, he can scramble and make things happen so his receivers have enough time to get open, and they're able to do just that with that long throw from May to Hunter Cordell. Huge play there to get that yet another touchdown after the pick six and the other run plays that ran for, or the other offensive drives that were mostly run plays that ended up scoring. So Tavin Williams getting the ball a lot in the run game, in the throw game as well. Hunter Cordell getting a long touchdown from his quarterback, Hunter May. But it all starting with the run game, opens up the passing game, and the Thunder are up 27-3. Now for Century, Sean, their offense has had some opportunities, both from in the run game. They've had some good passing. Crabtree, I feel like, is better this game than he was against Preston. He's improved. They did have a bye week last week. Also, their offense has been in their bag a little bit. Offensive coordinator for the Century Diamondbacks, Tyler Robbins, has opened up the playbook a little bit or taught some new plays. These guys, they had the long hook and ladder. They had some more. They had some RPO. They had Deacon Crabtree roll out of the pocket in some with some what do they call RPOs and bootlegs. Bootlegs, naked bootlegs. And then under center, they started under center, handing the ball off to Tito Volano, who got some speed, who was able to get going under center. So Century's been in their bag on offense, just haven't been able to convert touchdowns from those big plays and from those scoring drives.
Yeah, definitely a much different offensive look from the Diamondbacks tonight. I would just call it different. Doing a lot of the same things, just doing those things differently. You have Tito Vano running Deacon Crabtree out of center, which you just rarely see a high school quarterback take the ball under center. And it worked good at first. Pocatello keyed in on it. But yeah, Century doing a lot of different things offensively. I like it, reaching down in the bag of tricks. We also had some pregame discussion. You know, we did see Justice Magnum come in last week at quarterback. We kind of wondered, would he be here tonight at quarterback? But I have to be honest with you, Deacon Crabtree's probably played the best I've seen all year. His passes have been pretty good. He's had some really deep passes. Unfortunately, the receiver just caught them out of bounds. The interception, not totally his fault. It was a tip.
Yeah.
Maybe the pass, just wasn't quite right. I mean, there was a lot of – it wasn't just thrown to a wide open Pocatello Thunder defender. So besides the interception, Crabtree very good. But, the Diamondback offense looking pretty good. Diamondback defense, which has been pretty strong all year, really having a hard time containing that three-headed monster we talked about in our pregame show, which is anyone with the name Hunter.
Right.
Hunter May, Hunter Cordell, and big Tavin Williams running the ball. And Tavin Williams ran the ball really well in the first drive, but what's really worked really well is just kind of that he's kind of the last option. He runs out just to the flat and gets I call it a running pass, really, because you pass the ball almost behind the line of scrimmage and gives him a little room, Tavin Williams, to run it out. And that play has been very effective. But then late in that second quarter, Hunter Cordell gets that big play that Pocatello really likes to go for those big plays and haven't been very successful here in the first half, except for that one at the end, which really jumped the score. But, a nice job. Again, still a lot to play for here, right? Century would love to get a win. They're down. They're going to have to really bring the defense and get more points. They've had scoring opportunities, just not coming away with the points. And for Pocatello, probably the more points they can put on will help that arbitrary ranking system that is used.
and no one quite knows that. We've heard the rumor that after a certain point total,
it's capped, right?
It's capped, but man, it's hard to tell sometimes with those. With the rankings, who will not be named, which will not be named.
But it's also, they've also said if you don't beat a team like by so many that Centuries obviously hasn't won a game. They're at the very bottom of max preps.
Correct.
Pocatello's kind of in the middle now. But they say if you don't beat a team by so many, it can affect it as the Thunder come out. But lots to play for. Century will get the ball to start the third quarter of action here. I did check the flash, Joel, and there wasn't any updates.
I think everyone who usually works the flash,
Sean, that's
for
true.
Sports, they're all working their own games tonight.
Yeah, a lot of great games slated here on IdahoSports.com tonight. The one I think obviously me and Joel are most interested in is Grace, Butte County.
Definitely.
It's the game of the week. Me and Joel hit you guys up usually on Wednesday nights for the East Idaho Prepcast, and definitely one we had marked down on our calendars. And I don't know who you pick in that game, Joel, but a lot to play for there too. Butte County, Grace, they're always battling for something. They're the conference opponents. They're always really good teams, and one beating the other one out of potentially a state run. So, I guess you're checking our other updates.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out, some scores from on IdahoSports.com.
And then, of course, all the SIC action going on. Also, another game kind of East Idaho I'm keeping an eye on is Madison Highland, right? Potentially could end up where they end up in the playoff bracket.
Yeah, I got Madison is leading at half 21-0.
Wow.
Rigby's leading Thunder 21-6. Westside leading Malad 21-6 at half. Aberdeen leading Soda Springs 32-0 at half. Hillcrest leading Idaho Falls Tigers 21-0. So there's some scores there, Sean. Rigby leading Thunder Ridge 28-12 with at halftime. And then some soccer news, Sean. Sugar Salem Girls Soccer defeats American Falls today 3-0 to advance to the state championship game against Buell.
Okay. And then if you follow IdahoSports.com, Brandon had to throw in some soccer picks because his rankings weren't as high, right? So they made us pick soccer picks. I did pick Sugar Girls to win it. I know, real deep pick, real deep.
That's right. Sean was really taking a chance there with this
Scott Terry, the
Sugar
great
Salem.
coach, friend of the program. Pretty good tennis coach as well.
And then last score I found, Sean, Skyline leading Bonneville Beast 33-3.
Okay. Skyline, this is a 5A matchup tonight. Skyline, the team I would say is the one with a great shot to win it all this year as Pocatello kicks off. Start the third quarter. Carter Ward on the return. He's going to bring it just past the 30.
Nice return from Carter Ward. So we saw I saw Skyline play early on in the season against Madison, and Skyline lost that game by just a couple, just by one, Sean. And Madison's lines were just massive on both sides of the ball. And I thought, okay, maybe Skyline isn't as good as maybe we anticipated, or maybe they're going to have another kind of an off season. But Skyline since then has been absolutely dominant, and Madison has been really good too. So Skyline lost to a very good Madison team, and Skyline right now the current favorite in 5A.
All right, Diamondbacks will start on their 30-yard line, first down. Crabtree in the shotgun, Volano to his left hip, 3 wide receivers. He's going to look to that side. He's got an open receiver. That's 21. It's going to be close to a first down. That's Zen Fleshman, another sophomore. Tight end. Zen Fleshman has also played a little quarterback for JV this year too.
Yeah, Fleshman, good route there. He was just beyond the flat, so you can't really call that a flat pass, but a quick slant to the outside and good play.
First down, Villano with some room, and he's going to power near another first down, and that's what we've been used to seeing from Tito Villano.
Love watching Villano run. He is a punishing runner. We mentioned him in the first half as a punishing runner, but he really is. Some runners just run with passion, with attack, and he usually doesn't go down on the first hit, Sean.
So it wasn't a first down. The spot went back just past the 50. It'll be 2nd and 9. Diamondbacks from the 49. Hand off to Villano. Villano's going to get tackled, and I don't know if he's got it.
They're going to give him some forward progress. That phrase I couldn't think of in the first half, Sean. The Colts starting to get to me, but I got it that time. Forward progress. They're going to, looks like they're, well, thought maybe
yep,
they're
waving him.
To him.
I like it when the ref is just like, yep.
Let's go. Let's move this along.
Go. First down, Diamondbacks just over the 50-yard line. 10:24 to go in the third quarter. Crabtree shotgun. Deshaun Clark in motion. Crabtree fumbles the snap. It went too high, and I don't know how you get a snap too high for Deacon Crabtree. He's a 6'4" guy.
I think he's so used to the snaps being lower for him, or just at his chest, just at his waist, and that one went almost to his face mask and kind of threw him off and popped up.
And that's going to make it 2nd and 13. So not a great play there. A loss of 9, so 2nd and 19, excuse me. Crabtree shotgun. He's going to pass Josiah Davis to just about the original line of scrimmage, so they'll get 10 yards back. Bring up 3rd and 10 for the Diamondbacks. 9:22.
Rarely do we say, 3rd and manageable for a 3rd and 11, Sean, but in this case, this is kind of 3rd and manageable as you're right back to the 50-yard line, just shy of the 50-yard line, and now they can get a first down or even get into territory where they can, go 4th and short.
Now, so 3rd and 11, just barely just not 3rd and 10. Crabtree in the shotgun, four wide receivers. Villano to his left hip.
Looking for a 10-yard slant.
Crabtree's going to throw it, and it's going to be short. The receiver has it, but he had to go back to get it, and he's not going to get the first down because of that. The receiver's got to know where they're at, and that's Josiah Davis.
Well, and they were open. It was a good route by Josiah Davids, but the throw is, again, just short. Had to go back and get it, reach down and get it too. So actually good catch from Josiah, but yeah, couldn't get back.
4th and 2 now. We'll see. They bring Crabtree back out, so it looks like the Diamondbacks are going to go for it here.
Yeah, you're down 27-3 in the third quarter. Go for it here for sure.
Crabtree in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers close to us. Crabtree's going to go Josiah Davis, and that should be enough for a first down. Nice quick pass. Now that was a quick early release.
Yes. Yeah, that was probably the best release we've seen all night from Crabtree. Sharp, got the torque in just enough, and Davids with just a nice catch, nice sure-handed, and first down.
Go get some hot cocoa from the concession stand.
First down, Diamondbacks kind of in a medium hurry-up offense. Crabtree's going to hand off to Villano. Villano's got room on the right side. He's breaking through, and just hard running all the way down to the 15 is Tito Villano.
And, maybe Villano isn't going as fast as I think he is, but his arms and legs move so fast that he may be moving, his body may be moving faster than he's actually gaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really fun to watch.
So first down for the Diamondbacks. Moving the ball well here. 7:55 to go in the third quarter.
On this drive, throws opening up the run.
They're going to hand it off to Adrian Gonzalez, and he's a speedster. He was in motion. He's going to get 6 or 7 yards there.
Second jet sweep we've seen from Adrian Gonzalez, and like we said in the first half, get your ball to your playmakers, and they've been doing that on this drive. Gonzalez, Villano, Davids, all getting looks.
Second down, Diamondbacks. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to look. He's got a receiver. It's caught. It's Josiah Davis. We got a flag.
Tackle by number 12, Cody Collins. Penalty marker on the field.
Anytime we get some momentum going, we've gotten a flag.
And Crabtree was clapping, so I think this may go against Pocatello, which would put Century deeper into their red zone.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Crabtree was clapping, Sean, because he knew it was against him, or it was the penalty was done against him.
On him. Yeah. You knew. Good catch, Joel, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Diamondbacks on the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Diamondbacks.
So Pocatello has a pretty comfortable lead here, but penalties are something as they head into the playoffs they're going to have to work on. Heavy run, set formation. It's going to be a penalty. It's probably going to be a false start.
Yeah, we haven't seen that formation tonight. I don't think we saw that formation against Preston, Sean, and so perhaps it is a new wrinkle. And when you add those new wrinkles and you're really close to the end zone, you want to go, and someone jumped the gun there before the snap.
So now it's going to move it back to about the 9-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 9, Diamondbacks. Again in that heavy set, no wide receivers. Crabtree under center. He's going to go to Villano. Villano's got some blockers, and he's going to get it back to about just where they were.
Tito Martinez on the carry. Tackle by number 10, Cody Van Orden.
The PA announcer blended some names together.
Was that Tito Martinez?
Tito Martinez.
He's a old Yankees player, isn't he?
Well, they have a Martinez on the Thunder. Adrian Martinez had a great interception, but it was Tito Villano with the run.
We got to go back to Tito Martinez, though. I need to remember who that was. That was like a childhood name that just brought back to memory.
Second down, they're going to give it to Villano. He fumbles it.
Fumble on the field.
And it's Pocatello is going to take over on a Century fumble. Disastrous.
Villano spin moves, trying to get out of a tackle, and as he's spin moving, that ball gets poked out. Fumble on the ground. Pocatello picks it up.
So a nice drive for the Diamondbacks to start the quarter. It's all only 5 minutes, 46 seconds left, but unfortunately, Tito Villano fumbles, and the Thunder are going to take over here. Disastrous for the Diamondbacks after a great drive.
Yeah, it's super unfortunate. As they were about to punch it in, they get the false start. Then Villano he gets back. He gains those 5 yards back. And on the ensuing play, he fumbles.
May's going to hand off to Tavin Williams. Tavin Williams is going to break a tackle. He's going to break a few more. He's still churning. He's going to get all the way to the 40. And there's going to be a bunch of flags coming out here after this play. And
Tavin Williams in the carry.
Meanwhile, Hunter Cordell, who pushed the Century player, as the Century player was trying to get off his guy, he raised his hands like, what? I didn't do anything.
And he already has one more, and he's gone. So we'll have to work this out. But what a powerful run by Tavin Williams. Guys hold on to him, and he just keeps turning, and that was definitely the key Pocatello was missing when they played Twin Falls a few weeks back when I was here, Joel. They did not have Tavin Williams suited up, and when he's in there, it's made a huge difference.
Yeah, I really like watching Tavin Williams.
Unnecessary roughness. Offense, 15-yard penalty. Will be a first down.
So that's going to come all the way back after another personal ejection.
What it was against 81, right?
I never heard him say a number, so I don't. We'll see. The players ejected because the ref said something right before his mic turned off.
Well, as Hunter May is getting the play call, the watching Tavin Williams run that ball, he's a taller guy than Tito Volano, but they kind of run similarly. They're both attacking, punishing runners. They both have speed. They move their legs super, super fast. So it looks like they're running really fast, but because of that, it throws off the defense as you're trying to tackle him, and he just keeps moving. He keeps those legs churning, as we always say. But another fun runner to watch, Tavin Williams, and they're going to need him big time as the playoffs loom next week.
First down from the 27 Thunder, run by Williams for maybe 1 yard.
And that fumble, Sean, just going back to that fumble, that's a brutal turnover. You're right there. You're on the 5-6 yard line. And, you want to get those extra yards, but you got to know when to just go down. And unfortunately, they committed that turnover, and Pocatello went from the 6 yard line. Now they're on the 30, their own 30 still, but still much easier to manage in this field position versus being inside the 10. And just a bummer play for Century, unfortunately.
Second down, fake handoff. Pass out to the flat. He's got some room, tackled, but it's going to be for a first down.
Number 12, Cody Collins on the reception.
Cody Collins on the reception. 15 yards. So another first down, and just a huge shift in momentum, really.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying, and I agree with you. I mean, Century, down by a lot, but had some momentum going offensively, and now it's been totally sucked out by this Pocatello offense that's been able to get big chunks of yards when needed.
And that was the first drive of the second half, Sean, and Century was going to score, which would have been huge to start the half.
Little screen pass to Tavin Williams. He's got room. He stiff arms one to the 30, stiff arms another. That's Carter Ward. He'll be brought out of bounds by Carter Ward. And
Hunter Cordell with the reception, taken out of bounds by number 6, Carter Ward.
it was Tavin Williams on the reception.
Yeah, they call Hunter Cordell, but Hunter Cordell was blocking for Tavin Williams. That was 2 plays in a row where Cordell has been solid on the block, springing Tavin Williams free.
We've got another flag here. Or no, I thought that they said a penalty. Sideline warning against Century. Which nothing's happened over on that far side, so I'm not quite sure what happened there.
I wonder if they wanted to hold on the block on this near side.
First down for the Thunder on the 25, just above the 25. 3:21 to go in the third quarter. Little pitch pass to 17 of the Thunder, which is Jonathan Adams.
Yeah, first time we've called Jonathan Adams' name tonight. Trying to mix in some other playmakers as we finish this third quarter, under 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, Joel and I are right in between the Pocatello film crew and the Century film crew up here on top of a lookout field. Best seats in the house. We had the VIP section tonight. Second down for the Thunder.
And the student film guys doing a good job running the iPad and the cameras.
It's going to be a handoff to Stuckey for maybe a yard. It's going to bring up a third down.
Stuckey, senior night again, and Stuckey looks to be a firefighter after he graduates high school. And man, Stuckey he's created some fires tonight with his running, the first touchdown of the game.
Sometimes you got to run into the fire, right?
That's right.
No problem for him. Likes to run into obstacles back there. You might have to do that if you're firefighting, EMTing. Third down. Unfortunately, I think that was a loss of a yard there. Hunter May rolls to his right. He's going to just take it himself and go out of bounds. Going to be short of the first down, though. Hunter May on the track. You know, you kind of wondered. I don't know if Hunter May does track, but he definitely could.
Yeah, he's a quick quarterback, great on the run. And Hunter May, he looks to do pre-law and become a lawyer for his career after he graduates. So good luck to Hunter May. Always good to have good lawyers around. If you got to have lawyers, you want them to be good lawyers.
Hunter May in the shotgun, rolls to his right. He's going to take it himself and pick up the first down. Pretty close here. We'll have to see where the spot is. That's going to make all the difference. Oh, and they're going to turn it over on downs. So Hunter May did not get the first down. So good job by Century defense to hold there, get the ball back with 1:35 and what seemed to be a very kind of quick third quarter until just kind of towards the end.
Yeah, and both offenses had long sustained drives that were just stopped short. Century's was stopped shorter than or later than Pokey's, but Pokey isn't able to convert on the 4th and short from Hunter May, and Century offense takes over. So we'll see if Century can answer with a long sustained drive, but this time with points.
Crabtree in the shotgun, 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Thunder 27, Century 3. It's going to be a handoff, fake handoff. He's got a receiver down the middle of the field. That's Zen Fleshman. He refuses to go down. He'll have a first down, and I really like seeing Zen Fleshman in the passing game. I didn't see it, I don't think, any passes against Preston, but he's doing a good job as a sophomore.
Yeah, and they've taken advantage of that soft middle, so the linebackers are staying home, ready for the Tito Villano run, and they're playing a little more man press on the edges, which leaves open the soft middle, as we call it, Sean. And they've taken advantage of that a few times tonight. Century has.
First and 10, almost to the 35. We'll call it the 33. Crabtree, shotgun, looks right. He's got a receiver. It's overthrown. That's Josiah Davis.
Yeah, Davids again, nice route, was open, but overthrown from Crabtree.
So we'll bring up second down, and Crabtree's passes have been better, but there's been some that could, if you're just a little more on the dial, right, you're going to get that pass. And late in the season, senior, you know, that's where you're at. But definitely a much better performance tonight.
Yeah, I've really been impressed with Crabtree's overall throwing.
Crabtree shotgun, 55 seconds in the third quarter. Short pass. It's going to be caught, and out of bounds is Adrian Gonzalez. The ref's doing a good job of now, every time there's a play or something, really jumping in there, grabbing the ball, breaking everyone up.
Yeah, they've done a good job controlling the emotions in this game, but also, unfortunately, Sean, but fortunately, when the score gets a little bit out of hand, emotions also calm down.
Yeah. Well said, as Crabtree in the shotgun. It's third down and 5 yards for the Diamondbacks. 40 seconds. Fakes the pass down the middle, but that's going to be a sack for the Thunder.
I think that's the first sack of the game from the Pocatello Thunder defense, Sean. Brought the pressure.
Hemrick on the tackle there. Not quite a sack. I think it was back to the original line of scrimmage, but
okay.
Well, maybe a sack for a 1 yard loss is Hemrick. Nice job, number 6 of the Thunder. It's fourth down now for the Diamondbacks. They'll elect a punt. Carter Ward. He's got the punt up. Tavin Williams in the return spot. It's going to take a Diamondback bounce to about the 12-yard line. A lot of extracurricular activity. We had a flag down here on the 40. It was a good punt by Carter Ward. And that'll be the end of the third quarter with your score 27-3. Gate City Game Night, IdahoSports.com.
That is the end of the quarter. We have multiple fouls.
It's the end of the quarter and
multiple fouls.
And multiple fouls.
On the kicking team. Personal foul. Unfortunately, against the receiving team. They will offset. First down.
So yeah, they haven't been noting actual players. They've just been saying offense, defense, this team, that team for the penalties. And so so because of that, we don't know exactly who it's against. And, I think with that, you can't necessarily kick players out.
So there's 2 penalties. They offset, so it didn't really matter.
And I guess emotions still are high, though it's 27-3, Sean. It's still a crosstown rivalry game despite the score. These kids have played against each other since maybe 5th, 4th grade, whether it's flag football, Friday night flag, or the city flag with Gate City. And then in tackle, they've played against each other for a long time. So you want to beat the player in front of you, but especially when that player in front of you is your best friend or the kid you played against since you were a kid. So you're still going to have emotional moments, and you really want to make that play, and they might get carried away a little bit at the end of each play.
So the Thunder will take over on their own 13-yard line to start the 4th quarter. So it ended up being a good punt by Carter Ward, and offsetting penalties didn't do anything but offset.
Yeah, it took a nice bounce, nice Diamondback bounce. Even though it wasn't a long punt, but yeah, good bouncing end-over-end punt that allowed the ball to bounce even further.
Hunter May, shotgun. And then we're going to have Century either jumping off or the Thunder. I saw movement from both.
And Davin Williams, poor dude, he was clapping his hands like, yeah, we got him. We jumped him off sides, but no, it was his guy who jumped.
It was. So it's going to be on the Thunder. It's going to back the Thunder 5. I saw a slew of players move, so I'm glad I am not the referee.
And just a little shout out to you. You'll see on our scoreboard, we have blue Pocatello, purple Century. Sean, we set this up, and we chose blue for Pocatello, even though they're dressed in red, because blue was their original color, right?
Well, yeah, the Navy. I'm a Pocatello graduate. It was mostly just Navy. That's all you ever got, maybe a little red. As Hunter May connects on a pass to get the ball just past the original line of scrimmage with another penalty marker.
So the original color was navy blue, and then, since you graduated, they said, you know what, Sean Kane is gone. Now we're going to add some red to our jerseys.
I guess. I mean, I guess the red's hard for me because when you think of red, you think of Highland. So in that big contrast, the penalty's going to be on the Thunder, a holding. It's going to bring the ball half the distance to goal. But yeah. So red was kind of a faux pas, if you're a Pocatello person. But the contrast of Pocatello of the red and blue does look good. I do like the red jerseys, blue helmets.
Yeah. Now the bowl here with Pocatello Highland is called the black and blue bowl,
yeah.
Right? So
yeah, you basically had Highland would wear black or white, and Pocatello would wear navy or white, and now they both have incorporated a lot more red. Highland had some pretty slick red helmets this year. As Hunter May drops back in the shotgun in his own end zone, he's going to dance out, he's going to find room, and he's going to get a first down and more, and keep going. He's at the 50, and finally out of bounds, and he's going to get There's going to be a late hit penalty there. I mean, it's unfortunate. He had to tackle him and went out of bounds. I don't know.
I mean, Hunter May he had already slowed down and stepped out of bounds. I don't honestly know if the Century defender, it didn't look malicious.
He just didn't know where he was.
He didn't know where he was exactly. But when Hunter May is slowing down, you wonder, oh, we're out of bounds. There's white, not green.
But yeah, Hunter May looks to go out of bounds at the 30, cuts back in and gets all the way down to 50, and this is going to go farther after the penalty.
Late hit, defense, 15 yards.
A great run from Hunter May. My goodness, he talked about it. You know, does he run track? He is quick, but I love how he bounces in and out as he's moving down the field, getting into the secondary.
So that penalty will move the Thunder to the 36-yard line with 10:46 to go in this ball game, the last regular season game week. Thunder ahead 27-3. And that was just a gigantic run for Hunter May as he's in the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to pass it and immediately hit is Deshaun Clark with the hit. And Nick Martinez, another Martinez,
Yeah.
Tito Martinez.
Yeah, Tito Martinez.
Nick Martinez is hit immediately. Nice.
And yeah, Deshaun Clark was trying to get there for the pick six, because if he got there faster, that was a pick six. He realized he wasn't going to be able to get there, so he put a big hit on the receiver. But Tito Martinez, he played. You know, Dodgers Yankees playing tonight, Sean. Game one of the World Series. And so Tito Martinez, he played for the Yankees back in the day. So I'm wondering if the PA guy has the game on his phone and just, was remembering the good old days of the 90s with Tito Martinez on the Yankees.
Hunter May is going to roll to his right. He's going to take a big shot. He's got a receiver, but it's intercepted. And Century's going to take over. And Deshaun Clark with the interception.
Yeah, so Deshaun Clark saying, watch this. He got up high. That ball sailed for Hunter May. Just hung in the air too long. Nice interception from Deshaun Clark. So 9:31 to play, and Century ball once again. So neither offense has been able to score off their long drives, Sean.
No, both teams have moved the ball here in the fourth quarter, but not much. Not anything to put on the scoreboard with those results. As Crabtree in the shotgun. He's in trouble. He's going to air it out. He's got a receiver. And now we've got flags. DeGlore. They're going to say that pass is incomplete. And we've got teams running off the bench, which is not a smart idea before playoffs.
Yeah, number 4, Jet Meckling was in there on the incomplete pass. Great coverage from the senior. Wants to go to medical school after high school, after he graduates from college. But yeah, some extracurricular, and the referees, officials will talk about it.
And it was another good pass, just caught out of bounds.
Yeah,
and there's been 3 of those for Century tonight.
And we've given Crabtree enough criticism, but that was a good pass from Crabtree. That should have been brought down, Sean.
Yeah, you've got to bring that down.
You can hear in our mics the wind is picking up here.
So the refs are talking this one out. I'm not quite sure what the delay is. And obviously something occurred on the Century sideline. There were some flags. But Pocatello in a full timeout formation. Now Century going to a full timeout formation. But I don't think timeout was called.
The last time this happened, the referees kind of pushed the officials away, pushed the teams away. Hey, you guys need to stay on offense, defensive formations. Can't be huddling with your coaches.
Do have the Pocatello band playing some good tunes tonight.
Yeah, man. Did a great job with the national anthem and bringing some great tunes here late in this fourth quarter.
They did add some benches to the end here.
I noticed as we're walking in that the southwest side of the stadium, they added some extra benches. When they first built this field, we were all a little surprised, Sean, as this is now a 5A team, and they've had some big games, and there hasn't been enough seating in those big games. And so hopefully those extra benches, those extra bleachers will help with crowd control and giving everyone enough space to sit and enjoy some fall football.
Yeah, not too many. As I look around, not too many empty seats here tonight. Even across the Century visiting side is pretty full.
Yeah, an impressive turnout. It's senior night, and Century, their season is over after tonight. And for Pokey, they didn't win the district, but they're preparing for playoffs. But despite all that, good turnout for sure.
And what's interesting about that is for Pocatello, the games happening in Boise are pretty interesting, right? It's between Bishop Kelly, Emmett, and Valley View, and on the Gem State game day, we went over all those scenarios.
Right.
Don't ask me to repeat those, but
go on IdahoSports.com and look at Bainey bracketology.
Yeah, it's got them all listed, but those could have some big implications into who Pocatello would play in that first round, depending how that ends tonight. And this is the only thing I don't care for too much in football, is where they go and tell one coach, and then the other coach wants an explanation. And with 9:27 to go, we'll have to see what the
We have offsetting fouls on the play. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 1, Century. That is his second. He is gone.
So Adrian Gonzalez is gone.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness for Pokey. Number 4, that's his first towards the ejection.
So Adrian Gonzalez is gone. I didn't know he had a first one.
So, that's probably one of those unnecessary references that when they just said, offense, defense, but they didn't give us a number, they obviously had that noted, and Gonzalez is done for the night and done for the season.
Yeah, that's a big loss. He's been pretty valuable in the receiving game and those jet sweeps. So they're offsetting, so the ball's not going to move. So it was really kind of a lot of wait for just the player to be ejected, because it's not going to change where the ball is. So Diamondbacks will take back over. I believe it's second down here after that pass miss, if you can think all the way back to then.
Right. Yeah, 10 minutes ago there was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, second and 10. I'm pretty proud of myself for remembering, to be honest with you.
That's pretty good, Sean. You know what? You should be on a podcast.
Yeah, East Idaho podcast. It's better than all the others. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to take another shot. Basically the same play. He's going to overthrow his receiver. Had him. That's Carter Ward.
Yeah, Carter Ward's got the speed, man. Great wheels there, but couldn't run down that pass.
And earlier in the season, you saw Carter Ward involved in the receiving a little more, but I think with the addition of Adrian Gonzalez, they didn't need him as much. But now, obviously, since Gonzalez is gone, Carter Ward's going to step in here. Carter Ward, I believe, is a senior as well. No, he's only a junior. Sorry. Carter Ward will be, Diamondbacks probably don't win this game. Their season's over, but they've got a lot of youth coming back. As it's third down, Crabtree in the shotgun. Got 4 wide receivers each side. Crabtree's going to look. He's got his receiver just behind him. As Deshaun Clark. It's going to be no good. It's going to bring up fourth down. 9:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Diamondbacks will punt.
And on that throw, if he would have thrown it right before Clark broke, that would have been a completed pass. But he waited for Clark to make his move, and then he threw. But at that point, it was too late. Pokey defender got there, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, those timing throws, you gotta trust the receiver. Carter Ward's going to punt from his own end zone. A lot of pressure. Tavin Williams is going to field it just past the 50. He's going to break one tackle. He's going to be tackled on the 40. And Pocatello will take back over, and there is a penalty with 9:07. I feel like it's been 9:07 for a long time, Joel.
It's been, well, we've been in the 9-minute mark for a long time. I think we've been in the 9-minute mark for almost that entire drive of Century. I think we were in the 9-minute mark for the entire drive of Century.
Oh.
So Century gets the ball back.
Wow, so roughing the punter's the call on the Thunder. It's going to be the 15-yard variety, so Century will get a first down. Well, they'll get a fresh set of downs to start over here just on the 23-yard line, or the Diamondbacks' first down.
Got an update from 4A, Sean. 45-7, Sugar Salem defeats Teton.
All right.
So not surprising there. Teton struggled this season, and Sugar Salem has been, despite a few losses, has been pretty dominant still.
Tito Villano with a strong run up the middle for a first down to the 36-yard line. 8:57 to go, first down Century. Century in a hurry up here. Crabtree in the shotgun. It's going to be another handoff to Villano. He's going to be tackled immediately, probably to the line of scrimmage, or a loss of one. And again, we've got another flag away from the play, which you hate to see at this point.
And I'm not sure if that was egregious or if he's just finishing the block and he didn't hear the whistle, or maybe, you know, as the whistle was blowing, they were falling over, Sean.
Yeah, it kind of just looked like they fell. Like
yeah.
they weren't even, you know, they weren't looking at each other.
Right,
it's kind of sometimes in football it happens. You just your momentum,
block,
yeah,
right?
your momentum, and. So Thunder will get that penalty. Fans not happy. The clock will continue to run. It'll bring a first down for the Diamondbacks. Crabtree in the shotgun just past the 50-yard line.
After this play, we've got to shout out the Pokey PA.
And pass to Sean Clark. He's got some space. He'll go out of bounds, and we have another flag.
So speaking of the flag, Sean, we got to shout out the PA. So PA, when there was all that chippy stuff going on, the PA says, feeling chippy? Go grab some chips at the snack shack. And then earlier, as the wind picked up, he says, are your teeth chattering? Go grab some hot chocolate. So this guy was a marketing major or something, because, yeah, PA doing a good job marketing the snack shack within the context of the match.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 6, defense.
So another personal foul against the Thunder.
That's Houston Hemrick gets that one.
And the ball's just going to keep moving up without an actual play. But it was a great pass to Deshaun Clark and run. It was, you know, let's not get too involved in these flags. It was a good pass to Deshaun Clark, speedster down the sideline of Century's side.
Yeah, as soon as he caught that ball, he took off down the sideline. Great yak.
First down, Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. He's got a receiver unable to bring it down, just a little behind him. And we do have another penalty marker down, I believe. Sometimes I can't tell, Joel, because the yellow outlook and the yellow flag are the exact same call.
Right.
It's going to be holding on the Diamondbacks, and it's going to move it back 5 yards.
And you mentioned, the Yellow Lookout. Shout out Lookout Credit Union. They're a major sponsor for this Gate City game night. Great job sponsoring the building of the field as well.
Hand off to Villano. Up the middle, right or left side. Is going to get a few yards. 7:42. Bring up second and long still for the Diamondbacks. Crabtree, shucking. Avoids one tackle but goes down and throws the ball, and his knee was down before he got rid of it. Almost could have been good or bad.
Right. He tried to get that ball off. It would have been, I think it would have been a throw because it was still a forward throw, even though he kind of tossed it onto the ground. But yeah, knee was down, and that made that. If they don't call that a throw, that's a scoop and score, Sean.
Yeah, it was.
If his knee isn't down.
Yeah, I agree with you. And now it's 3rd and 30. 3rd and 30.
Let's go 3rd and 30. Our students next to us.
I was doing some mental math because it's 3rd and 30 now for the Diamondbacks. Nice job by the Thunder defense to force that sack. Flano Crabtree shotgun. Going to take a deep shot, and that's going to be almost picked off. It was in the hands again of the Thunder DB, just not able to bring it down. Bring up. Now, pass was intended for Zen Fleshman of the Diamondbacks. And they'll bring up 4th down with 6:24 to go for the Diamondbacks. At this point, I think you got to go for it, Joel.
Oh, for sure. And that's why I wonder if you don't go for that long ball, but you take advantage of that soft middle, or you do a run play and you set yourself up for the field goal.
Yes.
But they were trying to go for the Hail Mary, right? Trying to go for the 6. But I would have liked to see setting up for points.
Crabtree shotgun. Just 2 receivers. Going to fake the handoff, pitch it back. And that's Deshaun Clark's going to throw a lame duck up there, and it's going to be intercepted by the Thunder. And that is number 11, Adrian Martinez, with his 2nd pick of the game.
Yeah, it was supposed to be that trick play, which they executed it well, but no one was open in the secondary, Sean. I wanted to see Deshaun Clark take off. He had plenty of green grass, but the play was for Deshaun Clark to throw it, obviously. But no one was open, throws a duck, and interception.
So they're after the play, and I couldn't agree with you, Marjoel. I think if Deshaun Clark if he looks up and sees there's no one there and just runs it, he might get a 1st down. But after the interception, number 2 interception for Adrian Martinez, there's a blindside block, and that's going to push the Thunder back. As the sirens come in. But the Thunder will take over 1st down from the 17-yard line. .6:11 to go in this game. Crosstown rivalry. Thunder ahead 27-3. Hunter May in the shotgun. Actually, take that back. I believe that's a new quarterback in there. That's number 20.
22, is that right? Isaac Allen?
Is it 22?
Number 84 with the carry.
Or 28?
Okay, yeah, 28. He went back to the sideline, so 28 is in at Q, Sean.
Do we have a 20?
We don't have a 28.
We do not have a 28.
Hopefully he runs it and the PA knows who he is.
Yeah, so we have a new quarterback in for the Thunder. Number 28. Down, he's going to hand it off to 81. or 84.
Which we don't have either. So, yeah, they've definitely brought in their JV, maybe some of their third stringers. But probably their JV if we don't have numbers for them.
Yep. Yep, so new quarterback for the Thunder.
And I like this decision to pull your starters, even your second stringers. Give JV some chance because you're one play away, Sean, from getting injured and going into the playoffs without all your firepower.
Hand off to a big 84.
So it's good to get out of this game, come out of this game injury-free. As I spoke too soon, we have an injured player on the field.
I was trying to get some numbers from our film crew, but the film crew are freshmen, and they said they don't know a whole lot of them. With 4:05 to go, it's 27-3. We do have an injury on the field. That is 84. He's went into running back. And we'll take a quick break with him. It's Gate City Game Night, IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome back to Gate City Game Night, 3:51 to go. Thunder ahead 27-3 over the Diamondbacks. Thunder are punting here. Good punt. It's going to take a huge Thunder bounce. And I always find it interesting, Joel. The balls take these bounce on the turf, and then they just stop.
Yeah, right. Right. And if you kick it a certain way, I don't know enough about kicking, Sean, to know exactly how you kick it. That's my research for the offseason, right? But if you kick it a certain way, you can get that ball to dud into the turf. But, yeah, for sure, turf, it's going to dud more than on grass.
I look forward to it. I look forward to the Joel kicking corner.
Yeah, no, and it's fun because my brother and I, growing up, we weren't, very, very big enough for football. And we more swam, surfed, and that kind of stuff. But we'd go out and kick field goals at the park. We'd kick them over the soccer goal. And my brother, he was pretty good. He was a good soccer player and a good kicker. So definitely interested in kicking. I'll get back to you on those.
Crabtree handoff. And that's going to be number 7, Austin Turner, a senior.
Love that they're giving the senior who hasn't played a lot, maybe at all this season, giving him some reps. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if Austin Turner's played at all this year, so that might have been his first carry, and a few positive yards there.
Yeah, 6 yards on the carry. Nice work, Austin Turner.
Crabtree still in there. He's going to hand off again to Austin Turner, and he's going to turn it for a first down.
Turner turning for the first, man. Nice. 2 straight runs in a row for the senior. Way to make something out of the moment that you have, right, Sean?
Why not?
You know what? While you're at it, Turner, go get a touchdown.
Just turn it for a huge game. First down, Diamondbacks, 35-yard line. Another handoff to Turner. And the Diamondbacks are wondering where was Turner earlier in the game.
That's right.
Thunder also with some different defensive players in there as well, though.
I was going to say Turner was on the bench with these third, fourth stringers, Sean. So,
and much more of a positive flow to it now, right? You've got the senior, or you've got kind of the starters out, and definitely the Thunder will have a playoff game looming here. Crabtree, shotgun, fakes the handoff, quick pass. So we caught and tackled immediately. And that looked like Xander Remington.
Yeah, Xander never quite had it in his hands, and he could hear those steps coming as the ball was put in a place that you almost don't want to catch it, Sean, because you catch that, Sean, you're exposing your ribs, and the hit did come, and he dropped that pass.
Xander Remington, another senior, didn't quite bring it down, so it's third down, 1:33 to go in the ball game. Crabtree's gonna try to run it himself and gets a few yards, not enough for a fourth down.
Crabtree lowers the helmet, takes it himself. That was a quarterback keeper for sure. That wasn't escaping out of the pocket and scrambling. That was a quarterback designed run, and Crabtree lowers the helmet, gets a couple extra yards.
Getting all the seniors out here.
Love it.
Crabtree shotgun. It's fourth down here. Handoff. And it's going to be close. Austin Turner's going to get the first down.
Great work from Austin Turner. Favorable spot from the referees right now, but it's his last play. Give him the first down and let him finish this game on a high note.
As the clock continues to run, 40 seconds to go, a couple more plays for the Diamondbacks. Hand off to Turner again. Creeping, crawling, first down, Turner.
And Turner doing a good job picking his way through that line and then through the secondary and making those linebackers miss. Good blocking also up front.
25 seconds to go. Crabtree. Pitch back. Turner still just getting yards. What a fun little, fun ending, for a senior to get some yards and just kind of, and not just getting tackled, not scared at all, and that'll be the ball game. As the Thunder win 27-3 and look forward to a playoff game. Their season will come to an end, and we'll take a quick break and be back for the post-game show on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Gate City Game Night as the Pocatello Thunder defeat the Century Diamondbacks 27-3. I'm here with Joel Richardson. It was an interesting game. It started off pretty interesting, and I say that because only the points came in the first half of this game. Pocatello scored on a 1-yard run. Century scored on a 30-yard field goal. Then Century missed a field goal. Pocatello, Tavin Williams got a 5-yard pass. Then there was an interception. Pocatello had a pick six. Adrian Martinez. Century went for another field goal. No good. And then the first half ended with a 45-yard pass to Hunter Cordell for a touchdown. And then that was our scoring and for the whole game. The second half was pretty much all defense as Century fumbles the ball. Pocatello gets another Adrian Martinez interception, and Pocatello also threw an interception, and then Pocatello got an interception, and there's no points, and the Thunder will win the game 27-3, and pretty much kind of a crosstown rivalry second half where it was a little ugly at times, right, Joel?
Yep, it was heated. We had a lot of personal fouls, a lot of unnecessary roughness. Second half was a lot of defense, a lot of penalties, much slower than the first half. First half had all the scores, like you said, Sean. And Sean, it was close. It was 7-3. I think then they had another touchdown that made it 13-3. And then the pick six from Adrian Martinez, which ended up for us being the difference in the game.
Yeah, so let's go right to it. Let's go to our player of the game, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Who are we going with, Joel?
We're going to go with the man, Adrian Martinez, who we just mentioned. 2 picks, including the pick six, that really broke the back of Century. And Pocatello never looked back. As we said, the game was close. Adrian Martinez gets the pick six, and that ended up being the difference from this game. So congratulations to Adrian Martinez, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Department of Transportation.
I couldn't agree with you more. That interception by Martinez was the big difference and momentum killer. Again, congratulations to our player of the game, which is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road, in the moment and free from distractions. Well, to close, this has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Gate City Game Night, presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com, presented by Lookout Credit Union, which also presented this great field here in Pocatello. This broadcast is also made possible like great supporters like Lookout Credit Union and Teton Auto Group. Special thanks to Athletic Director Robert Parker and everyone at Lookout Field for their hospitality and helping us get this game to you. Congratulations to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Adrian Martinez, 2 picks in the game, 1 pick six. Thanks for joining us again as the Pocatello Thunder defeat Century 27-3 to 3 for my broadcast partner, Joel Richardson, and everyone behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com. I'm Sean Kane saying good night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to Idaho